Hey guys. Oh, sorry. And it's LAURIE CALCATERRA, right?
Correct.
Yes, I remember last time I was struggling with it. I edited that out, hey, so it didn't seem like I
I
was.
was going to say, I don't remember you having a hard time last time. So,
Oh yeah, when we were recording live, I was fumbling all over myself. Hey guys, welcome to Inside Comics with George Michail. Really quick, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe and tell a friend about it. Today, I'm super psyched to have LAURIE CALCATERRA, creator of Path of the Pale Rider. Her Kickstarter for issue 2 has just launched. There's a description in the link of this video, so make sure you click that link and go check out her Kickstarter. LAURIE, I wanted to talk to you today about promoting your comic books. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do to get the word out on your comic book?
yes, of course. This is great timing for this topic because that's exactly what I'm doing right now is trying to get on as many shows and get as many eyes on my project as possible because we just launched our second campaign on Kickstarter for issue number 2. Um, it's so hard as a new content creator because everybody can say they really like your idea, but if they don't know you exist, they can't come and back you. So some of the things that I do, I'm constantly posting things about my project, even if I'm not launching. So I have a show every Tuesday where I talk about my project. I just give people updates and try to stay relevant. I have lots of social media, so I'm posting updates as I go. And then, of course, I start ramping up when we get closer to a Kickstarter campaign like we are in right now. So more frequent posts in all of the social medias. And then I usually try to do about 25 to 30 interviews on different podcasts and YouTube channels and Spotify podcasts, everything. Usually I start a couple weeks prior to campaign going live because we have that pre-launch button, right? So that notify me button is really cool because what it does is people basically sign up to be on a mailing list. And then as soon as you hit that launch button, people are notified, hey, this went live, come check it out, so that it does the work for you. So you want to get as many people onto that pre-launch page and hit that notify me button as much as possible. So 2 weeks before, that's what I'm trying to do is to build that audience. And then I am on interviews the entire campaign, not just the beginning, not just when we launch, the entire 30 days, because you want everybody to have a chance to see you, right? And then a lot of them are pre-recorded. So it's like you want to make sure you get those in and they release as you're in campaign. But you just want to get as many eyes as possible on your project, so that people can see what great things you have and come along for the ride.
Yeah, I don't like one thing I kind of struggle with is like I'm worried that like people don't care. And I'm like, why am I
Mm-hmm.
posting this? Why am I posting like every little thing? But people do care. And
People
like the
do
people
care.
that are interested in your project want to be updated on it. So do
Yes.
post regularly. And also like oftentimes like the stuff that you post gets lost in the algorithm of the
Yes.
stuff. So the people that do want to see might not have seen it the first time you posted it. So it doesn't hurt to post it again.
Right. To reshare interviews that you've done in the past, pick one of your favorite ones and just post it. But you're so right. The algorithms on social media don't always work in our favor. So you could have a fan out there that just isn't seeing your updates. And finally, when they get them, it's like maybe one gets through. Then it's like, okay, then they find the rest and they're really excited. I love having fan interaction. And like, that's one of the things that my comic book does is strives for um, like almost a meta experience where it's like you get to interact with the characters. There's riddles to find that send you to web pages, that send you to podcasts. So there's other things that you can experience. So that's one of the things that I strive to promote. And it's like, if people want to participate in those, you have to blast them out. Otherwise they're never going to find them. So
And do you have like a mailing list?
I do. I have one actually on my webpage. Um, I have that and I have a blog. I have all of the things. My webpage, I got to say, my webpage is not my favorite. My Facebook group is, I think, where I spend the most time interacting with the fans. But I have an Insta and I have a Twitter. And it's like, I'm striving to get better at some of the social medias that I'm not as comfortable with, like Twitter. I'm just learning Twitter right now. So, it's like there's a whole untapped market right there that I haven't interacted with. So hopefully they will find me and find some new people to read Path of the Pale Rider.
I feel you though. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a Twitter, and I should.
You
Like I've been
don't?
told by like so many people. I just do my Facebook and my Instagram to promote my stuff. Like
Like I have a TikTok,
the
George.
TikTok.
I do. I have like hokey stuff, but it's like a lot of times I'll post the art process. So like when Marco has he's finished like 4 pages, I can post those 4 pages to music. And what I like about TikTok is it's short form video. So and it will save into my phone and then I can share it as a reel on Facebook and I can also share it as a reel on Instagram. So you can kind of do one video and share it in all the different platforms. And it's hard as a comic book because we're not we're visual, but we're not moving. You know what I mean? It's not like a video where it's like things are moving. It's not even animated. It's a 2D page, right? So we have to get creative of how to share that stuff because really right now the reels at like the short form video that's popular. So it's like you have to kind of roll with what's popular and that's going to get you views. So
Yeah, I know, but I just don't like doing it. It takes so much time, right? Like I do enough stuff. Like I post on my Facebook. I post like I just do like a post. I started doing the stories, but I find that like it's time consuming. Like all these
it
things.
is. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, honestly, this is in my opinion, is the hardest part of doing a indie comic or a Kickstarter campaign is the promotional side. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. I sat down and I emailed, probably 50 content creators looking for interviews. Um, it's time and effort. So that's kind of what will set you apart from the other ones is how much time you want to spend on your promotion.
Yeah. But it
Really?
matters. It matters because like, when you look at when you do a Kickstarter, you can see who backed your project.
Yes.
And the more videos and the more promotion you do, the less it is people that you actually know and more people that you're just actually reaching out for the first time or
Yes.
fans coming back to the project and not like personal friends and family.
Right. And that's where you're going to find actually the people that are most excited about your project. You still have like your big supporters in your friends and family. I do. But I found some big supporters that are not in my friends and family and are truly excited about my project and want to know more. And everybody's coming back. And, it's like when you get to listen to these people and what they want in the Kickstarter, then your rewards start to change. You know what I mean? Based off of the feedback that you're getting. So it's fun. It's fun to find kind of like your people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's how you have to do it is you have to put yourself out there. My artist is shy, so he doesn't like coming on shows. I try to get him on more. He's like, I'll come out for the launch party and that's it. I'm like, come on. So if you get a rare occasion where you see Marco DeFillo, feel lucky because so far I've done, I don't know, 50, 60 interviews and he's done 1.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about your project right now, issue 2. What's happening in Path of the Pale Rider?
So episode 1, we got to experience Jude St. Clair, the protagonist, our cowboy. He's in the apocalypse. We start the story 10 years already into the apocalypse, right? So issue number 1, we got to see him kind of in the wild and the choices he had to make throughout that journey because he's looking for someone. He has a major loss at the end of the issue. I won't spoil it for people. But a major loss, right? So it's like this person that he's looking for, he has this kind of resentment towards because he's been looking for him for a long time and lost someone important to him trying to find this guy. So at the very last page, he says, like, you better be worth it, right? So in issue number 2, he gets to this town called Santa Claus. And yes, that is a real place, which is hilarious in my book. I found it on the map and I was like, oh yeah, we're writing this in. So he gets to this town and he finds this guy. And if you go to my Kickstarter right now, you'll see the first 4 pages of the issue where he gets to see this guy in action. And it's not who he was hoping to find for a lot of reasons. So you get to see Jude in issue 2, kind of now out of the wild and interacting with people. And for those who aren't familiar with my world, what happens in Path of the Pale Rider is the death process is broken. So your body can die, but your soul remains in your body, your soul, your energy, whatever you want to call it, doesn't leave. So you are stuck in your body as it's decaying, and you start to go crazy because your brain is rotting in your skull. So we have zombies, but they're not like the, excuse me, they're not the flesh eating, craving your brains kind of zombie, where they form a mob and they come after you. It's like it's your mom and your sister, it's your dad and your brother, and they're still them, but they're slowly going crazy as they decay. So it's a really difficult place to be in. So Santa Claus, even though it has kind of a jolly name, it's a pretty unwelcoming place. And Jude finds himself in some pretty dangerous water, to say the least. So you're going to see Jude in a saloon. We're keeping with the Western theme. You might see a bar fight. You're going to find out more about Jude and what he's looking for. I always love to throw in like more information, some comedy, some violence, and then we're going to end with a twist. One of the cool things that we are incorporating from issue number 2 and going forward is Jude St. Clair actually uses American Sign Language, but he usually uses it to swear at people. So you're going to see some American Sign Language, but 100% swear words. Have fun.
I like this one with bull.
It's this.
Yes. Yes.
This movement.
Yes.
So this is for everybody. This is bullshit, and you will see that one in this issue. So
it's such a. Is this? It makes so much sense. The bull
and the poop coming out.
It's hilarious. Yes, it's great.
So, but he likes to do that when he's like, "Yeah, that's great," and just kind of throws it in there. So he's being sarcastic and telling people one thing with his words and something completely different with his hands. So he kind of does this double talk, which is really kind of unique to Jude. It gets him in trouble sometimes. But most people have no clue what he's doing. You know what I mean? So it's a blast as you as the reader know what he's doing. So
I have a question with this like death process being broken.
Yeah.
So if someone's dead, but their soul doesn't leave their body, like what constitutes a body? Like is like if you cut off their head, are they dead? Are they not dead? Because there is no dead. So is the head still talking? And
yep.
So is the only way to really get rid of a body to like burn it?
You're still there.
But
there is no death. There is no escape. You can't shoot a zombie in the head and it dies. You can cut off the arms, the legs, the head, and they're all animated. You could be a pile of bones and still be stuck in your bones. You can't talk, you can't move, but you're still there. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say hell, but it's like pretty much the closest thing you can think of to being trapped in a place and not being able to. It's to mention this is slight horror. So it's like we have apocalypse, we have Western and horror, and there's some sci-fi. We put it all in there. It's a big mishmash of genres, and it's fun.
And on this Kickstarter for issue 2, if people are just finding out about it for the first time, Can they get issue 1 in this Kickstarter?
Absolutely. I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't put in a catch-up tier. So we have a catch-up tier that has just the PDF. So if you want PDF only, like if you're in Australia and I can't ship to you, you can get PDF 1 and 2. I have a level that you can get PDF 1 and 2 plus physical 1 and 2. I have 3 different variants you can choose from. And if there's something specific and I haven't put it on the Kickstarter, you can always send me a message and I would be happy to get you what you want. And I did that last time too. Like I had a gentleman that wanted one of the variant covers, but wanted it signed. And I was happy to do that for him. No big deal. You know what I mean? So.
Awesome. Well, Laurie Calcaterra, I want to thank you for being on Inside Comics. Again, everyone, I've included a link to the Path of the Pale Rider Kickstarter for issue 1 and 2, no, 2 and 1 in the description of this video. So click that link and go and back Laurie's project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, until next time, Laurie. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Peace.